Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm back today to do, I think, my final wreath, maybe. We'll see what happens. This one is going to be for my house, my lamppost out front. And I'm using a jute poly mesh. And I'll show you, and I know you've seen it before, I've made wreaths with it before. But I just felt that it might hold up better than some of the other meshes because of the Florida sun that it's going to be exposed to. It gets the late afternoon sun probably for, maybe 3 or 4 hours before the sun sets. So I think with using this jute mesh, it might hold up a little bit better. And also for the weather too. And we don't have much rain this time of year, but most of my wreaths are not, in a place where they're exposed to the elements, but this one will be. So I like to be a little bit more careful with what I'm putting on it. So what I think I'm going to do is to make a poof wreath, say that 10 times fast, and then add a pretty big bow onto it and really keep it fairly minimal. I might put a sign on it, but other than that, I'm not going to put a whole lot of ribbon all the way around it because of the location it's going to be in. So I'm going to put you down to the table, and I'm going to show you a couple of things I did get at Craft Outlet when I got this mesh at the same time, and then we'll get started on the wreath. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I wanted to show you a couple of things I got at Craft Outlet before we get started. Thinking spring, are we already? But I saw this mesh and I thought it was very pretty. It is a green. It's called Border Stripe Metallic Mesh. And it's a plain green, but it has the stripes of pink and blue and green on the end. So I think I got 2 of them. So I'm thinking maybe a ruffle wreath with these. And then I also got this plain, well, it's called an ombre mesh in the purple. And we'll be doing a purple bubble with this mesh in a little bit. So I thought never too early to begin for the next season. We can't really do many more for the Christmas season. So that's what I picked up. And let me just get this out of the way. And I also picked up these 2 Christmas ribbons. I'm not sure if I'll use them this year or not, but I thought they were really cute. I love the train with the tree. I don't know if you see. Yep, there you go. And this one is just sort of a plaid with a poinsettia. That's really pretty. So I have a 15-inch work wreath in brown. That's what I'm going to use today because I'm using, and you're backwards than you usually are because I'm using my mesh roller. And I'll show you my mesh roller. People have asked about it, so I will show you what it is. Don't mind the mess behind the mesh roller. I have 3 levels, and actually my husband made this for me. And the stops on it, the pieces that stop the bars from coming out, these are some metal pipes that we had. These are Gatorade caps, and they fit right on. He made holes in them, and they fit on the end of those, and it works beautifully. So I'm very happy for it. But I've heard a lot of people asking where I got it, and that's where I got it. So I'm going to start by opening up these bottom ones, and this should make quite a big wreath because this jute mesh is quite firm, quite dense. This one seems to be all wrapped around. Here we go. And we're going to be doing the poof, which, you know, we've done a lot of bubbles, and the poof is really the same as the bubble, only you move to the next tie instead of going back right where you were before. So this is the mesh, and I'm just going to start it by gathering the beginning of it. And I'm going to attach it right before this tie. And I'm going to actually use a crossbar. And I'm looking before I put my zip tie in, because I'm notorious for putting them in backwards. Okay, and I just will push this down underneath and snip off the zip tie. I am hoping Santa Claus brings me new cutters for Christmas. Alrighty. So I'm going to make sure my pieces, the raw ends are underneath. And I'm going to make 10-inch poofs. So you come out 10 inches. And I'm going right to the next tie. And I'm going to reinforce these pretty good because like I said, I don't think I'm going to be putting too much on them all. I have just 2 more projects to do, and I think next Tuesday we'll work on, I'll share my 3-tiered tray and my powder room, or bathroom, guest room, guest bath. And then Friday will be my home tour. I'm giving these 3 good twists because I don't know what, if anything, I'm going to put back in these twists. Okay, I'm measuring 10 inches, bringing it right to the next tie. And then just spreading out the poof. Inches and right to the next tie. I make almost all of my poofs 10 inches. To me, that seems to be a good size because you can get them too big and then they're a little bit unwieldy. But you could go bigger actually with this kind of mesh because it's stiff and it will hold its own. I happen to be going from 9 to 19 on this. I keep moving down because I'm working on my mat. But a poof wreath is fairly quick to make. we were talking about Christmas movies the last time we were together. I watched It's a Wonderful Life last night. I could probably quote the movie, but now I was looking for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and I have Netflix and I have Prime, and it's not on either one of those free, but AMC, which is the American Movie Channel, is showing it. And I do have that. So hopefully I'll get a chance to see it if I'm not involved in something else at the time they're showing it, because I don't have a DVR. So I can't record it. This mesh is quite forgiving. I mean, you can really push and pull on it to get it the way you want it. One more in the bottom. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go up to the next row. And first, let me just get these open. Okay, I'm going directly up tight, and I'm not going to, sometimes I attach it to this frame up top, but I'm not going to this time. I'm just going to go into this tie. And we'll start with the top. Well, when I finish this today, I'm going to make some Christmas cookies. I found this rolling pin, and it's about 8 inches wide, and it's all the rolling pin is not flat. It has all kinds of cookie shapes cut into the rolling pin. So my thought is that you're supposed to roll out your cookie dough with a regular rolling pin and then roll this one across the cookie dough, and it should be making the shapes that are on that rolling pin. And then you would just cut them. They're like rectangular shapes, so I'm going to give it a try. Heck, you can always re-roll it and cut it with a biscuit cutter if you have nothing else, so. Be interesting. Now I think I've got that one twisted, so let's undo it. And you see this is up at the top and it needs to be at the bottom. There we go. Now it'll unroll nicely and poof out. It really does seem to want to twist, so you have to watch it. This will be good because it'll be seen from the street and it's quite big, bold, not bold so much with the color, but it's big so it'll show up good. Almost done. I seem to have this one tied in with this one. There we go. Now look at what happened. See this tie broke right off, but I'm going to wrap this one around tightly, and I think it'll be just fine. I can always go back and add another one, or, as I more than likely will do, use that area to put my ribbon on, my bow. If I were selling it or making it for someone else, I'd go back and put another one on. Now I'm back to the beginning. Now we'll cut this off. with my scissors that I put somewhere. Let me use my cutter. Oh, I see them. I see the handle sticking out. And I'm just going to tuck this down underneath for now. I move all these around. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? I'm wondering if I can put this in the middle. I think this, I have to pull these out. I think this will look good in here. What do you think? I'm going to give it a try. It has two holes in it, one at the top and one at the bottom. So we'll put some pipe cleaner through. Bring it around to the back. Give it a couple of twists. And see if I can get down. Come on, girls and boys. It really is the same diameter as the inside of that form. Whoop, knocking things over. I think that looks cute. I might try to tuck this one behind just a little. There we go, so you can read the words better. Okay. Now I think what I'll do, I'm going to put a bow right down here. And I think I'll just use this red plain red. Let me bring you down a little bit. You can see me making the bow. I'm just going to make it by hand. See, I'm not twisting. I'm going around one way on the top and coming up the other way on the bottom. One way on the top. Except the ribbon's twisting itself. There you go. And come up the other way on the bottom. I think I'll do one more. I'm going back on the top. And forward on the bottom. Easier to handle without I didn't catch one of those last tail, so we'll go in there now and catch it. And I should have left it loose so I could put this pipe cleaner in it, but I think it'll be just fine. With a little bit of a hole right here. So I'm going to try to get it in here. Well, maybe I think that's going to look pretty on the lamppost because it will hang down the front of the lamppost. All right, I'm going to go put it on the lamppost and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it there. Be right back. Well, there you go. I think it looks fantastic. Can't really read all the words, but you know what? This big Santa Claus face is enough for me. Right now it's 75 degrees. Doesn't feel a whole lot like Christmas. Came out good. Nice and full. And jolly old Saint Nick. Okay, so I'll see you again Sunday with my next gift from the kitchen, and then Tuesday with another project. Until then, everybody have a great afternoon and play nice now. Bye-bye.